sick here in just a second. Let me get this all fired up. Pow. Turn those overly bleeding lights off. I always forget. Well, today I get a pass on being a little forgetful, and I will explain. Whew. All right, y'all, and I know. I said I'd be doing a lot of these cuttings on Instagram, and that was my intent. What's up, David and Ryan's Arachnids and Jimmy? The thing of it is, Instagram, you got to do it in that straight up and down one, right? I'm on mute. How am I on mute? You all can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? Because I just got told I was on mute. Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Because if not, then I need to figure out why that is. So somebody can hear me. I can't. Okay, so most people can hear me. So if you can't hear me, check on your end. Let me no, not question girl. She's working right now. So what is sick, right? Well, I'll tell you what sick is me, and there's a point to that as well, right? And what that point is so I went into work today. I'm gonna make it, and the minute I could step out of there, I did. I have been asleep, and Insta's hard to get a hold of me because there's so many messages that come in there, and that's not me trying to sound important or toot my own horn. It's just a lot comes out of time to deal with, honest to God. And I know this sounds terrible because it's behind a paywall, but the best way is and always will be Patreon. It kind of helps to cut some of that out, right? And then you get my cell phone number that way, and you can just text me. It works really great. I found a way to mute iPhones. I don't know, man. I don't know. Everybody else says they can hear me, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm the one that's sick. So, and I knew I wasn't going to make it. My head was pounding. It was pressure back through here. Felt like my sinuses were going to explode. All other kinds, things. And so I went back home, went to bed. I literally woke up, it's about 6 o'clock, maybe 25, 30 minutes ago, threw some clothes back on. And are you telling me to turn my volume up, Jeff, or somebody else? My volume, I can control it on the camera. It was, terrible, some of the things I did to my poor bathroom. So, I bet it does, Caleb. So here I am, anyway, and the point of it is, I can be sick, and you know what? I can be sick, and I can miss work, right? I got 1,000 some hours of work sick, and I don't feel well. I don't have to be there. When I go start my next career, it's one of those things where if I don't feel well, I can miss work. It just means I don't make any money that day. I don't make any money unless I'm working and selling on that career. But with the reptiles, I really can't miss. And there's eggs I need to cut today. There's eggs about to be laid. I have to come check. Even when I want to be gone for an extended amount of time. Like last time, it was Jeff come over here 3 times while I was gone, or twice while I was gone. And I think twice, and then Kurt was here twice, checking animals. You know what I mean? So, you have to make plans for that. And that really sucks. It's one of the things that sucks about the animals is you can't have one of those days where you're like, man, I just don't feel well. Now, if I couldn't get out of bed physically, I'm sure my wife would have checked on it for me. But she's got her own shit to deal with, first part of school, right? So, you have to answer the bell even when you don't want to, because you're dealing with living creatures. So if you want to get into this on a large scale, that's just something to consider. I'm not trying to tell people not to or trying to discourage you before I go snippy, but it is a factor, man. You got to think about that. You've got to get up, whether you're vomiting, whether you're vomiting out the other end. Hi, how you doing? At least once. If your head is pounding, if you just don't feel well, if there's things that have to be done, they still got to be done. Now, if I was bigger and I had employees, hey, what's up, right? I could just do that, but I can't. I'm not that big, so. And I get it, and David, that's knowing yourself, And I am not Superman, Dennis. I'm far from it. How often do I post on Patreon? Well, Python, I strive to post a minimum of 6 times a week. And I would say we typically do achieve that. We actually usually do 7 days a week. Whether that'll be 2 video posts typically. Like today, you'll get 2 videos because I already had a video drop. I'll go to Patreon for this, talk a little bit. So they get a video every time I post a video, and on the days I don't post videos, they get usually a photograph and some of my thoughts, whether it's sometimes meant to be a little on the inspirational side, sometimes it's meant to be a little bit of my life vlog, and sometimes it's just a sharing and some of the things that happen here. It's just kind of all over the map, and depends on what content I decide to put out that day. But it is almost daily content. And the reason we do that is because if somebody's going to, I'm sick. That's what's sick. This guy. Yeah, I know, clickbait, right? If somebody's going to go behind the paywall, they're going to pay to get past that paywall and be a part of that, I want them to get more than their $5 value. And I don't think I'm worth that much. So I have to post a lot to make it worth their while. On top of that, I think the Discord community certainly is. So if you're on the fence, I'd say, man, $5 to check it out is well worth it. So good. I get it, man. And I'll tell you what, so since you're on 3 other channels, I have a question. I don't want to know what channels. I don't want to know the names because this isn't meant to out anybody or point a finger or anything like that. This is really just for my comparison needs. How often do they post? That's what I want to know. How frequently do they post? I mean, are you getting that much content from them on their Patreon? Are you getting like a once a week thing? Our members also get first dibs on babies. Hell, there's a list dropping tomorrow. So, that's something that they get. Everything goes there first. That's why you don't see me on Morph Market and why you don't see me at shows anymore. I miss shows, but that's why you don't see me there. So while you're answering that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what today's clutch is. I'm going to get to snipping because the quicker I get through this, the quicker I can go back to bed by 8:30. Means I'll be awake for like 3 hours today. Yeah. 3 a week and 2 to 4 lives a month. Man, I tell you, I mentioned that Discord community on right before you came on. If that's what you're getting, as far as content, now maybe their content's better, I don't know. And again, I'm not asking who you're subscribed to because it's not meant to be starting off some drama or some shit like that. But you are going to get more content from us. And as Anna mentioned, the Discord community is well worth it. Now, like, I will say this, if you're in Canada, I cannot give you as much as, say, Mutation Creation gives you if you're in Canada, because he does something similar to what we do, and that is, we're giving you first access to animals, we're giving you monthly specials, we're doing that sort of thing. I can't ship to Canada, right? And if you're in the UK, and this is me being totally blunt with you, if you're in the UK, you're missing out on some of the benefit because I can't ship to the UK either. So, like, the list of snakes isn't going to matter. The discounts aren't going to matter. So, like, truth be told, if you wanted to go, my suggestion for you would be the entry level, just because a lot of the other things at the top tiers are more geared towards people who are going to be able to buy snakes, which you're not going to be able to do from the UK. So, like, I'll tell our UK members that. We do have other UK members, and I'll tell Canadian members that same thing. If you're looking to buy, setting up on like Billy's would be better for buying. Now, if you're in America, it's hard to buy from Billy because he's in Canada, right? So set up on ours. You can do it, but the shipping's going to eat you up. So, you do both. Hell, why not? That's what I would suggest. Let you watch less and work more. I feel you, Tracy, on that. Awesome. I appreciate that, Python Pandemic. So this is a ghost clutch. We used our ghost female, so it was our first ever clutch, and was bred to a super inchy pastel vanilla ghost, the Pisvag, right? So what we're doing, Eugene, I had to answer a question for Patience is a Virtue. It's also the name of my oldest niece. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do now. So we are expecting everything to be at least an inchy ghost. That would be the expectation. It was a virgin female that we have had since just giving you crap. Since she was born. That if you look at her aggressive ball python videos, and yeah, Ball Stew's pretty awesome. He is a good dude in the UK. That we always referred to as the ghost bitch because she's the one that bit me when I first bought her coming out the bag. We did her aggressive defensive ball python video. It was her. So what did she lay for us first? Well, I guess I can go ahead and show you that. It is these guys right here. You can see they're sunken in, they're ready to go. We're like at day 53, 54. We have 4 eggs. Now, she also, if you remember the video, it was like eggs laid WTF or something like that. She had that double boob egg as well that looked like it was 2 boob eggs fused together with only about, say, from here back viable on each one. So both ends look good. The entire middle looked boob and it was fused in there. So that egg, or double egg, or whatever it was, it did not make it, which I didn't expect it to make it. I mean, it's kind of a long shot, right? So it not making it was kind of like, okay, I expected that. So awesome, Warfels Morphs, that's what we like to hear. And I'm going to miss a lot of comments here in a minute, so I'm cutting. I'll be focusing on this. So we only have 4 eggs to cut, but and I probably will not be able to see the vanilla in the egg because I'm just not that good with vanilla. Vanilla was kind of an extra when we bought it, so just know that. We're going to start here and work our way this direction. So we counted that egg as a, I didn't know what to count it as. We knew it wasn't going to be viable when it laid. Or we had a pretty good idea it wasn't going to be viable. We went ahead and started it in the incubator and pulled it 3 days later. Oh, these are definitely ready. You can just feel by the shells when they cut. So the first egg, and again, I'm cutting more for disclosure. There we got some movement. I'm going to bet is a simple inchy ghost. Because it has to be, right? I think. Yeah. So probably just an inchy ghost on there. So that one we didn't hit any odds. There's going to be a little bit of an orangish color, but part of that's just, we'll see when it comes out how it looks. I don't think pastel's in there. So we'll keep on moving. Now we cannot recreate the parent because the mom was straight ghost. So that is not doable. So we can't get the super inchy. All we can get is regular inchy. And you can really tell when these shells are like really, really ready. Okay. Boy, you look like the same thing. Looks like the same thing in that one. Now this has a little bit of a window there. So I'm going to end up cutting right through because it's just the easy spot. And I know you're not going to see a whole lot while I'm doing this. I'll try to go through and show you a little bit more with each flap up where I can actually see what the camera's seeing. So do bear with me. Okay, now that one, honestly, guys, eyes are looking all the exact same. We're looking at the head on that one. Well, no, that's not the head. Yeah, it is. That is really blushed out right there. And some movement, so definitely to kind of see how it goes. It's been a while since I've hatched any ghost ones out. Come on, egg. Now this one, I do think we've got the pastel in it as well, at least. All right, so let me show you what I'm looking at here. The window theory, I don't even have a theory. I think it's just a spot of the egg that didn't calcify properly. I don't think there's really anything much to do it. I know I missed some comments there. Window theory works every time. I don't know what Caleb's talking about. I'll let him explain that. So we're going to open that up. Let's kind of peek into there. And that could have some pastel on it. It's hard to say. We got good flaming. I mean, again, these are going to be something we have to crawl out and really take a look at to kind of see what we got. Because, just dealing with vanilla, which I've never dealt with. Here, we're really looking at the bottom of that snake, which makes it a little difficult to really kind of see. There you can kind of see some of the alien heading in there. Kind of a nice looking snake, though. Definitely alive. Here's the window. Oh, so they're saying the window eggs are the good eggs. Now you can see how light that head is. So right there, I'm really digging this. And Ghost is going to come out, and I'm really going to need to let it shed once or twice to see what we got. So looking good, though. And then here, you can see how nice and light the colors are on that one. So I'm thankful we probably got a pastel there with some inchy in it. We'll see. And Ghost. So the Ghost is actually going to kind of wash out the colors when they're this age, making it a little bit less beautiful for me to see right in the egg, but making it long term much better looking. So I really like what the Ghost gene does. You know, oh, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he's always choosing the funkiest looking. I do too. Voice guys, I like I like Ghost. You know, it's not going to be the craziest thing when it first comes out because you're gonna have that first neonate skin, which always looks a little different. It's going to need to finish coloring up, but it's going to be nice. I'm really excited about this clutch. I'm hoping to hatch more Ghost stuff this year. So where are we at in the year? Let's talk about that really quick so you guys kind of know what's happened with Olympus. And you know, at some point I'll sit down and do a state of the Olympus and take questions and tell you exactly where I'm at, exactly how things are going. Not today because I feel like shit, but I do think another straight Ghost female up here is going to go. So I think we'll have 2 purely Ghost clutches at least. Oh, thank you, David W. I appreciate that. And yeah, I'll get her out. She got a little stuck shed though, so maybe I'll get her. I got to look at her because I'm hoping she's going to lay, but we'll see. And then I've got another lesser Ghost who is side laying right now. So I do think we're going to be running late into the year. That's my hope. I'll take it. I think we're going to have a much better year than we did last year, which is also something really good. And since we are talking Ghost, and David did ask, I will pull this girl out. Ooh. Now, she does have a little bit of shed on her. I've yet to get off. This is what we call the darkness. Now, the darkness is het for true Ghost, so I'm hoping she goes because we'll be working on that. Yeah, I know. It's right there at the neck and head. You got a little bit. We'll be working on some true Ghost. Ooh. So, see if we can see anything in her belly going on right now. And she's always a funny one. She has laid for us before. She's just a really cool snake. You know, we did not prove this to be genetic yet. I'm not sure that we will, but I don't think we will at this point. We would have proved it the first year. Yet I still have need for her because I do want to make a true Ghost, which for those that don't know is an Axanthic Ghost. So she can definitely do that for us. And I know, Dave, I know she's your favorite. So, and let me get first back to, I think it was Eugene asked, any idea how many eggs total, how many clutches you get this year? So I honestly think that I'll probably do around 25, maybe 30 clutches if I get really lucky and we go late in the year. Some of those may actually be in the next year. It just kind of depends how everything works out. But last year we did a total of 21 clutches. We are setting right now at 19. The number is 20, but there's a numbering, faux pas there. Ugh, I was going to vomit for a second. That would be the coup de grace I felt today if I actually puked on camera. And then we've had, one of them is carpets. We've had, I want to say, 18 ball python clutches. I've got 2 that are due to drop at any moment. That'll push us to 20, and I've got at least 3 or 4 more that I'm certain of, and then I've got a lot of others showing a lot of signs. So I do think we're going to get past 21, which is what we did last year. We'll be at 22 when those 2 drop, including the carpet python. But we had eggs all the way into September last year, so we're going to do that again, and I think we might have a few in October. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have a good year. Average eggs per clutch right now is probably set right around 6, right about what we should be, 6 to 7. I think we usually average a little over 7 total, like a 6.8 or 7.2 viable. Not when you take the slugs out in there. That's probably right about where we're at. So far, our hatch rate of viable eggs this year has been 100%. And that's, now hold on a second before I get off my rocker or somebody says, oh, you're full of crap. That is if you say this WTF egg wasn't viable, which I didn't think it was going to be viable looking at it. So if you count that one, that would be the first live egg that we didn't hatch. But 3 days in and then it's gone. Now I think we have had 2 eggs on clutches we haven't got to yet, okay, that have gone bad. So we will not have 100% hatch rate when those get there, but we are definitely setting what our normal hatch rate would be, which is usually about 95%, which we were not at the last year. Part of that was just with the change of the place, and getting this place right took me longer than I anticipated, and I'm free to admit that. So if you ever move into an old house with lots of drafts, I know what you need to do now because I had to learn by trial and error, and I'll be glad to help you. So Uh, that's kind of the state of things we're at. Next to delay will be a Firefly JHI and a Bumblebee bred to a Calico. After that, I do think a Calico is going to go. I think I'll have some albino, maybe one or two go. At least two of the Het clowns to Pastel Lesser Desert Ghost Het Cryptic will go. So we're going to be sitting in a good spot. I think I'll get at least one of my Pastel Xanthics, if not both, to go at this point in time, and maybe one Orange Dream. So we're going to be all right, y'all. We're going to be all right. All right, guys, before I hop up off of here and go to Patreon and then throw these things back in the cooker, does anybody have any questions for me? Because now is the time to ask. If not, although I will say my wife was nice to bring home a Sonic drink when she ran to town, made me feel better. At least it's fluid. Because I did. I went home. I got home so I left for work at like 6:55. I left work by 7:45, and I was in bed by about 8:15. And I didn't get to bed till after 5. So yeah. So anyway, let me hop up off of here, and I will catch you all on the next cutting, which we're gonna have a few week break, and then it's gonna be cut, because I think I had about 5 or 6 within a week. So be prepared for that. We'll have a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of cool babies. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you the next. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, it stopped showing questions, so I guess I missed a couple things. Let me see what else was on there. I'm sorry, because I thought you guys quit talking, so I was gonna go, but now I see what I saw. So 21, I'm saying 150 acres, so that's a good season if majority hatch. Yeah, we'll probably be more than 21. We'll probably be like 24. True Ghost Albino would be cool. Would be how expensive are True Ghosts? I haven't checked on them in a while. They used to be a couple grand. I'm sure they've come down a bit, although they may not have, because this whole thing is a ball python market's been up down a roller coaster, right? So we'll see. I am not a handyman. David W. is right. And wise guys, have a good night. You need more questions? I'm working on that. I am. I think I've got her talked into, and you're going to hate me for this, David, but probably trying to be more available eventually when we get to doing more Patreon. So she'll be more on there. And now, how expensive can a ghost go for? Marcus asked. Marcus, that is all over the map. A straight ghost, I haven't looked at price in a while. They're not too crazy. It is a very inexpensive recessive to get into, you know. But when you get into your ghost combos, I mean, the sky's the limit, right? If we were talking about I made a ghost blitz cryptic or some shit, it's going to go for a lot of money, but it's not the ghost that's so much driving that price. It's pushing it up, but it's not the main driver. In that case, a cryptic would be. So it all just kind of depends, right? So you just got to look into it. Thank you, man. That April Fool's joke still gets traction. I still get people like screaming at me in the comments. I'm always like, go read the description, right? So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Took it with a good sense of humor. Ever think about changing out the color purple? Jeff, never going to happen. And the reason for that is a couple fold. So one, purple is one of my favorite colors. Two, we are located in a place where purple is very significant. In Manhattan, Kansas, so home of the K-State Wildcats, where everything in this town tends to be purple. So it's kind of a homage to where we come from and where we're at as well. And so with that, purple has significance. And on top of that, the name is built with the purple in mind. Tracy's right on point there. Purple is royalty. We're Olympus reptiles. Purple is, if you followed your mythology, the gods that ruled on Mount Olympus, purple is their color as well. So it kind of goes with that whole theme. So it's all themed together. So we'll probably never drop the purple. Even if K-State went and changed their colors, not going to happen, we would still keep the purple. So, right. And now you can get the pigment like cheap because they can make it artificially. But before it was super expensive. And yeah, if you know me on Purple the Bone, like, I dig my purple. I do. I just like purple. So let me hop up off here. Y'all even got a purple laptop, like purple and everything. So let me hop up off here, and I will. I'm not Marcus. Purple's my thing, and I will catch you all later. If you all saw Incubator, I even painted it purple. So like purple. Let me hop up off here. I will catch you all next time. Thank you guys, and we will see you later.